Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Catherine.
Hello guys, I'm Meng. Welcome back again. Well, Catherine, these days several of my local friends they returned from China because they had a trip in China.
Great.
They told me, in many ways, Chinese is more developed in the Western countries.
Yes,
Uh-huh. And this is particularly obvious when it comes to how the Chinese embrace apps,
Yes.
especially payment. And
Sure.
they were so surprised
Yes.
when they see the whole China. They couldn't almost survive without relying on their apps.
Agree.
Then, do you have any similar experience?
About the apps,
Yeah.
wow. I just noticed a lot of Western apps are banned.
Yeah, they also mentioned about that. So, what apps are banned in China?
We make a research and we are going to tell you what kind of apps are banned in China. So we divide different groups of the apps that to make audience clear. First is the Google lovers who love the Google, like I do use.
Yeah, me too. I do love to use the Google apps.
Yeah. And do you have Gmail?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but I'm sorry.
Who doesn't have it here in Western countries?
Yes. But in China, if you want to log in Google Gmail, Google Play, Google Maps, Google News, they are all blocked.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Even one.
No,
Doesn't mean that basically anything related to Google you cannot use in China.
they're not friends with China. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry because Chinese have firewall. On the firewall list, we have so many apps that you cannot access.
Except this one, like a social something, are also banned in China.
Now we're going to talk about social media, right? So in the social media, Facebook is very popular.
Yeah.
But
it
I'm
is.
sorry, Facebook, Face Manager, TikTok, and also Instagram. Oh, a lot of people using Instagram now.
Exactly.
But they are blocked. Yeah, they're blocked in China.
About the TikTok, but also in China, we have another version of the TikTok. It is called the Douyin.
Yeah, but that is a China one. The foreigner one, they blocked it. Yeah.
Okay. And the other ones like the forums and the bloggings.
Okay, so we have Reddit, and we have Aura, we have Blogger, and this medium also you cannot use it in China.
Okay, because a lot of my friends use the bloggers. Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah, if you especially want to search information,
You cannot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what about the communicating apps?
You use a lot of WhatsApp, right?
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in China, unfortunately,
Oh, you
doesn't
cannot
work.
use that.
no.
But I remember you can text the messages.
Yeah, you have a limited. Yeah.
You cannot send the photos or even the audios.
Yeah.
But you can text the messages. Right?
Yeah, so it's not open like
Completely.
completely. Yeah.
And other thing else?
I know that in Taiwan it's very famous to use Line.
Yeah.
But in China you cannot use.
Oh.
And Signal. Yeah. Do you know others?
Others like Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Viber
idea.
also. Viber you cannot use.
Telegram even, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are Google apps, the socials, and also the communicating. But now it's something about the music and the
Entertainment,
sports.
right?
So what kind of apps about that are banned in China?
You will be surprised. YouTube is banned in China. Yeah. YouTube
Okay.
Music also banned in China. Pandora. And also Amazon Music. Yeah, Spotify. Also the gaming, you know that?
Yeah, like the PlayStation, the Twitch.
Oh,
Because my son used a lot of PlayStation.
I'm sorry for who love to play video games.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because in China they also have their own version of
Yes.
almost all the Western apps.
Yes, it's it.
Mm-hmm.
What about another apps?
Well, something illegal or immoral like sex dating apps. they are banned,
Mm.
of course, absolutely in China.
Okay.
But I don't know exactly the apps names.
Mhm.
Can you remember some of them?
Yeah, I know the Tinder,
Mhm.
the OnlyFans,
Uh-huh.
and then also X videos. These
Okay.
all banned.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
they still have the others, but that three is the most people know.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyhow, so when you're in China, please don't open your apps about the sex and dating because they are banned.
Yeah, you cannot open anyway. And not
Okay.
just this, even who love betting or want to play a casino online,
Uh-huh.
this also brought them.
I know.
Mhm.
Even though in Macau they have the casinos, right?
Yeah,
But actually in mainland China we don't have the casinos.
yeah, it's illegal.
And what else do you still remember? Like something related to the financial.
Mhm.
Do you think they are allowed to use in China?
It depends, but I know that Coinbase and Binance, this is all blocked.
Oh, okay.
When they're not so sure
Mhm.
if we have the risk of losing money,
Okay.
so they just protect the property.
Mhm. But as we have mentioned in
Mhm.
China, the sex and dating apps, the financial apps, or the news apps, or even some communicating apps,
Mhm.
and the binge watching, and so on,
Mhm.
they are banned in China.
Yes, it is.
But you know why these apps are banned in China?
You let it tell me.
Okay, because I'm the pure Chinese. An app can be banned in China for any of the following reasons.
Mhm.
Number one, immoral
Mhm.
or illegal.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned, the sex and dating
Yes.
apps,
Mhm.
or something doesn't align with the socialist ideology.
Mhm.
Number two, like religious,
Mhm.
controversial,
Yeah.
and even the politically sensitive apps.
Mhm.
And the last one, like the huge following outside China.
Mhm.
For example, the social medias apps,
Mhm.
And then, what's more, we have third reason. Well, since they are banned in China, so
Mhm.
it's not convenient for the foreigners, especially
Yeah.
foreign tourists in China.
Mhm.
And then, since you also have experience, can you solve the problem? How can we solve the problem?
Wow, this is a secret.
Oh, it's a secret. It is.
Yeah, but most people know. Actually, most people know. So just for the person that who travel to China, you are not used to with all the apps that you cannot connect with your friends. You cannot reply the email. So you can use the tool. It's called VPN. It's a virtual private network. So how this network work?
Yeah.
This network is assume that you are not in China.
Okay.
You are now in China, but with this VPN, the ID that you are not in China, which is you can enter
Oh.
all the
okay.
apps that been blocked. But China government also check. So for some important meeting, like a national meeting, even with VPN would not work.
Okay.
But I know VPN have two versions, guys. One is free, one you pay. The
Okay.
one you pay, you have more stable, regular security.
Okay.
So some YouTuber they were doing YouTube in China, and they would use the one that they pay for.
Okay.
Yeah, but as a traveler, I think that you stay in China not long, so you can just try to use the one without pay. In China, we also have different apps that you can use them.
Yeah. Do you know what foreign apps are not banned in China?
This I
Because
don't
we're
know.
talking about so many apps are banned
Yeah.
in China, but also in China, we have the foreign apps are not banned.
Wow, can you tell me about this?
The ones I know are these following two. Number one is the Apple iMessage and the FaceTime.
Okay.
And then even some Microsoft owned,
Okay.
for example, Outlook,
Mm.
Hotmail,
Mm-hmm.
the Skype, and the Bing. And then the foreign banks.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like the Microsoft apps have the restrictions.
Mm.
For example, there are issues, uploading attachments to the emails,
Mm-hmm.
and the being results are censored.
Mm.
Okay, you cannot dial an international phone number using the Skype.
Okay.
Mhm. But
It's still very convenient in China. It doesn't mean that you brought all this they cannot live with, right?
no.
Mm-hmm.
Pay more attention about the bank apps, even though you can open them.
Mm.
But sometimes there are also occasions you cannot access them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And since you return to China quite often, as a Chinese people in China or the foreigner in China, what kind of apps are the best for them to use in China?
That's a good question. Normally in China we have WeChat Pay and the Alipay. They are also the most popular payment apps in China. Okay. In China, the cash and the cards are barely used. Okay. So WeChat, WeChat. In Chinese, it is called Weixin. It is the big one. Virtually everyone in China has the phone, has the WeChat. In fact, there are more than 1 billion people who use WeChat on a daily basis.
Wow.
It's a kind of a messaging app owned by the tech giant Tencent. You know Tencent, right? It's the main, way Chinese communicate digitally in China. But it's not only the messaging app. The inbuilt, WeChat Pay, we can do things like pay for the dinner, buy the train ticket, play the games, or even donate money to the homeless people.
Wow.
So this makes the WeChat by far the most useful and common apps in China.
Okay.
It is very much ingrained in the Chinese way of life.
And it's free, right?
Yeah, it is free. We also have the English version. And the foreign equivalent is Facebook. It's something like a Facebook, but it has more features. For example, you can also pay with it.
And it's safety to use these apps.
Another one is called Alipay. Have you ever heard of Alipay?
I heard about,
That is something like WeChat. This Chinese app allows you to pay for practically anything in this country.
So when you purchase things online or on the shop, you can use Alipay or WeChat Pay.
Yeah, because you just have to scan, the vendor's QR code, and then you can finish the paying process.
Wow, without cash.
Without
with
cash.
you,
Because I've told you, China is really moving away from the cash incredibly fast. Because now so many stores don't like accepting the cash, even the Starbucks, So that's why Ali is essential. Okay. There is an English version about Alipay that is called the PayPal. You know PayPal? Okay. But you can also download that one, and then practically it performs almost all functions as the local version.
I know that PayPal in Hong Kong is also very famous.
So these are two best with the apps for the foreign tourists. But what's more, we still have other things, like for the music we have Kugou, and for shopping we have JD, Jingdu.
This I don't know.
Okay, Taobao, that.
This I know.
And so on. Pinduoduo.
This I don't know.
Okay, so many things. If you are interested in that, you can ask us or write to us, and then we can give you the list of the apps.
So as you mentioned, so many apps. Where can I download these Chinese apps?
Most of the apps are available in the Google Play stores or App stores. But if the apps are mainly or only in the Mandarin, probably you may have a problem using it. Okay. But anyhow, if it is only in the Mandarin, you have to do it in China.
Okay, understand. And Meng, actually, in Europe we use a lot of Google Play. In China, what is the most popular apps store that we can use?
The ones I know, like the Oppo and also like a Tencent, and others I couldn't remember.
So what? 2 is enough.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Well, we did share a lot of information today, and
Yeah.
also this information would help you if you really wanted to go to China. Have a look.
Yeah.
And also, it's time for you to go to China. Have a look.
Yeah. You will get really surprised how faster in China.
Yeah. Well, everything just changed from one day to another.
Yeah.
Okay. My dear audiences, if you like our videos, please remember to subscribe.
Like and share.
Thank you for watching. Guys, next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.